football camp in Florida in the summertime. I'm gonna try to tell you, it gets humid and hot in New Jersey, but motherfucker, nothing like fucking Florida. I tell
Yeah,
you
Oh
that
yeah,
shit
no
yeah.
doubt.
now, dog.
Josh said he's from North
That shit
Carolina.
I'm in
different.
North Carolina. It's hot down here, bro. I'm in Charlotte. It's hot.
Yeah,
That
It's
Josh.
shit
hot.
different, dog. When
It's
you what?
different. Yeah.
We go to
Yeah,
Burning
football
your
camp
ass.
when I went to football camp in Daytona Beach, Florida. Man, that shit was different, my man. Different, man.
yeah.
That shit different.
Josh and Jay said that he's from North Carolina, so
Yeah.
he still
He's
has
from North
time to get
Carolina.
used to that. You know what I'm
Dog,
saying?
that
Yeah.
dog, listen, that humidity in Florida, that shit feel
That's
like you
just another
can't
type.
breathe, man.
Like
You
a wet
can't
towel on your
breathe,
head.
dog. That yo, it's like
Yeah.
somebody choking you while you trying to
Oh
like
God.
it's somebody dog, you trying to do motherfucking up downs while somebody hand
And
around
so,
your neck. Like what
and
is
the sun is tagging your ass at the same
yo,
time.
he burning yeah, the air choking you and the sun is just smacking you with an open hand on your back the whole time. Just
I'm
smacking
telling you,
you.
bro. Y'all got no idea.
And
Yo,
uh,
listen, I give all praise to them Florida football team. They be doing summer camp, dog. I give them niggas all
Every day is
praise.
hell week for them, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Dog, that shit different, man. I'm keeping that shit as different. If you ain't been in Florida in the fucking summertime, dog.
No,
oh,
I've been to Miami
Yeah,
and
if you
Orlando.
think
That
that,
shit get hot.
if you think Florida is bad, boy, try Arizona.
Oh
No,
hell, no,
no,
Phoenix,
Arizona,
that's a
bro,
dry
boy.
heat. That's a dry
Phoenix.
heat.
Oh my
Dog,
Yeah.
it's
god.
hot, but it's a dry
Florida's
heat.
that humid
That
heat.
heat,
Yeah.
that
That wet
humidity.
No,
heat.
Phoenix something
That
different though. I ain't gonna lie.
that
Humidity is humidity, though,
nah,
man.
yeah, that wet heat is something different.
I guess.
That
That
humidity, dog. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong. I know. No,
SJ, yeah,
listen.
no,
Louisiana
I
I
for
know
heard
sure,
it.
about
dude.
Arizona. Listen, I heard about Arizona. My kids live in Vegas, so you know what I mean. They'll tell me, Dad, it's
With that,
126 out here. This, that, and the
Right.
third. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's
Like yeah,
crazy.
I get that. But
but
dog,
that's
imagine
that
that shit. Yo,
Louisiana
here's the thing.
motherfucking Florida.
Imagine that shit. No, imagine it reaching 110, and then you got a heat index of motherfucking 125 because of the fucking
Right,
humidity.
but
Yeah,
Common,
that's
Man, that
insane,
shit.
dude.
but Common,
Man, that
That
shit
shit
is
that's
yo.
the
sucks.
This
heat.
shit.
The heat index is 125, right? But the actual
God.
temperature in Arizona is 125.
Northern
Give a
California,
bad. We
too.
all hey, yo. Listen, we all know what I feel. The feel like is what the fuck it is, dog. I ain't trying to hear that shit. If the heat index is 125 and I feel
Yeah.
125, guess what? It's 125, huh?
Yeah, I get it, but in that zona, man, listen, bro. When it's
That's
118 degrees,
that
bro.
wet, and we call it that wet heat. That, and I can only imagine how it is in Louisiana about the swamp. I know that shit's hot.
Yeah, very
In
true. Very true.
Texas,
I mean, but the good thing is you don't got to worry about that in the playoffs. You worry about
Well, I was
that
gonna say,
early in
good
the
thing I ain't
season.
worried about. I'm from Baltimore.
Yeah, early in
You
the
don't.
season
I'm
you
just
worry
saying.
about that, but in the
Nah, I'm
playoffs,
just saying. That,
the
dog,
the
listen, that
cold teams they do have
you
that
know. Oh
with that.
yeah,
Yeah,
dog. Just
Buffalo is
alone.
another animal too. Like
Nah, I'm from New York. I visited some family in Indiana this past couple weeks ago, and near
Yeah, so that's a
Gary.
brick,
And
huh, SJ?
let me tell you, I thought New York cold. Like, man, it's fine. I can get you the cold. New York is cold. Nah, that's another type of cold. That Indiana, Ohio, Minnesota shit.
Yeah, that's that
Try,
Midwest.
try, try Green Bay. Try
That
Wisconsin.
Midwest.
Oh, I know it's cold in Green
Green
Bay.
Bay
I
cold
know
as
it is.
hell.
You right by them Great
Cat
Lakes, boy.
Williams said.
Green
Yo,
Bay
you heard
cold as
what Cat
hell.
Williams said.
You got to
Cat
buy your
Williams
Yeah.
said,
coat from
dog,
there.
listen. Cat Williams said you can't
Right.
come from another state with a coat and niggas wanna. He said nigga.
Dude, that
He said
skit
Nah,
is
Cat
so
Williams,
fucking
you gotta
funny.
he's a
buy.
Yeah,
He said
comedian,
you
bro.
gotta buy. He said you gotta buy a coat in Chicago
and
for
From there.
Chicago
and
cold,
that's
nigga.
and
You
guess
can't
and guess
bring
who
no
bought it?
coat from somewhere else,
Oh,
nigga.
Guess
yeah,
who bought a
dude.
coat in
That's hella
Indiana?
funny.
Guess who got a coat in Indiana that weekend?
He
Me.
said
That's
you
the
gotta
first thing
buy
I
a
bought
coat
out
from
there.
here for here, nigga.
For
You
For
here.
can't. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit. That's the
yeah,
same
you
fucking
can't
with
go
Baltimore
shopping in
weather.
New York talking about I'm going to Chicago and you think that coat gonna work. Nah, nigga. You
Nah,
nah,
gotta get a
fucking
coat
with
yo,
from
Baltimore weather.
Chicago
yo,
for
that coat,
Chicago.
yo, that coat was getting in behind my ears in spots that cold don't usually go to, and my ear canal and shit.
Now listen, look,
The roof of my mouth was
Baltimore,
cold.
Baltimore weather be so bipolar, bro. You don't know if you need to wear shorts, a hoodie,
Yeah, you're right.
a winter jacket, a raincoat.
Oh, the Baltimore, y'all get that wind breeze in the
New York is the
wintertime
same
from the
way.
water.
New York is the same way. It's
You
bipolar.
can get
New York.
you can get all 4 seasons in one day.
Oh, New York,
Yeah.
you hit Jersey, you go over, hit a block, you hit that corner, the wind is right there waiting for you at that corner.
Ready to
You
jump
catch
your
the
ass.
wind,
You
right?
be mad, hey y'all, hey
That-
D, you be mad as hell when you go. You be mad as hell when you get to the corner and it ain't no building no more. Yo, you
that
be
shit,
praying for a
yo,
building to block the wind.
that wind was waiting for you
Nah,
on the
SJ, that's
corner.
real shit. Last week it was 65 degrees out this bitch.
Yeah, it's cold today, bro.
Now it's fucking
Yo.
30, 32,
Dude,
38.
I'm having a rough day out here in Cali. It's 70, so
Hey, yo, stop
Man,
Oh
playing with
yeah,
me,
you
dog.
having a real rough
Hey,
day.
Quest,
I feel it.
stop
Dog,
playing,
it's 20
Quest.
You
degrees
know
outside
what?
right now.
We don't want to hear that
Hey
bullshit.
y'all, it was 60. Hey yo, Quest, it was 6
Yeah, it's
degrees this
cold
morning when
today,
I went
bro.
out
Now it's
starting up my
fucking
truck
30,
before I went to work.
dude, I wouldn't go to work. I'd be like, peace out.
Oh no,
Yeah, you
no,
going?
oh no! I told
We're gonna
them,
call out
fuck
today.
this. We out of here today. We not sitting here today.
Nah, call
You
out
know
today.
what?
Hell no.
Sexy SJ, what's up, love? Huh?
SJ, what's up, girl? It was 6
What
degrees this
Nothing
morning when I
much.
went out
Trying to stay
starting up my
fucking
truck
warm.
before
My
I went
heat
to
has
work.
not
I
stopped
wouldn't go to
running for
work.
the
I'd be
past
like,
12
peace out.
hours.
Hey, man, I don't
No,
blame
I
you.
told them,
We're
Good
gonna
luck
get
with
it
that
cracking
bill.
fuck
today.
this. We out of here today. We not sitting. Yo,
Man,
that's
that
the only
bill
thing
gonna
I
be
hate.
through the roof.
Yo, that's the only thing I
Sexy
hate, dog. When you
SJ.
get
That
these
bill gonna
cold
be a
spells
Lamar
like
Jackson
this, when
tap in.
you can't even leave your shit on a
Nothing
set
much.
temperature.
Trying
You
to
gotta
stay
have that
fucking
shit on
warm. My
run.
heat has not Man, my shit is set on 68 right now. And because
Shit,
it's been
y'all ever
34,
Yo,
it
that's the
won't
only thing
stop
I
running.
hate. Nope.
y'all
When
ever
you reach
y'all
Hey,
ever y'all
68,
ever been
74 is
get
where
these
I'm at.
spells like
y'all ever
this,
been near a
you
radiator?
can't
I don't
even
know if
leave
you
your
live.
shit
Yeah,
on
This
a
is more of
set
a
Olsen
city
radio.
temperature. You
thing.
gotta have that shit
Them
Yeah.
on
shits to
run.
keep you nice.
Man, my
That
shit
shit that feel
is
like it's
set on
knocking and shit.
68 right
You be like,
now.
the
And
fuck is
because
that
it's
noise?
been so
The
Man, I
oil.
remember back in the
Yo,
Fucking that
so
day.
water. Where that water coming
Quest,
from, yo?
let
Yeah.
me ask you, Quest. What's
74 is where I'm at.
what are the 49ers going to need to do against that Seattle
Yeah, Olsen
defense
radio.
to win in
Yeah.
against Almighty Sam Darnold?
You be like, the fuck
Stop
is that
Yo,
noise?
Charbonnet
what's
and
the
Kenneth
weather in Seattle?
Walker.
It's gonna be rainy
Fucking
and
that
cold. What is the
water. Where
weather
that
in
water
Washington?
coming from,
Quest,
yo?
let
Yeah.
me ask you,
It's
Quest.
gonna be cold and
It's.
rainy.
Somebody look that
What
up.
are the
I
49ers
don't
going
think
to
it's
need to do
Oh,
raining.
you
I
talking
think
about
it's
the
just
state?
cold.
Seattle
I'm not.
defense to
I
win
haven't even looked actually. I haven't heard about the weather yet.
against
That
Almighty
I
Sam
am wondering
Darnold?
about that because
Stop
Seattle has
Charbonnet
a
and
real
Kenneth
field, don't they?
Walker.
It's gonna be raining and
Yeah.
cold, real
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me ask you,
That's
Quest.
why
It's gonna be
I'm wondering.
raining.
I wonder if it's
Somebody
gonna
look
be
that up.
raining because
I don't think it's raining. I
that's
think it's just
footy.
cold.
And Sam Darnold is gonna be
Oh, that's perfect football weather. You good?
Yeah.
On
That's how
Hell
it's
Sunday?
yeah.
supposed to
ain't
be.
he coming, well, not off an
Yeah.
injury, but ain't he like nursing
Yeah.
an injury this week?
Sam Darnold is one sack away
We got.
from hitting the bench tomorrow.
So they got Pearsall and of course Trent's back, and then
Oh, that's
fuck, who
perfect
else is coming
football
back
weather. You
this week?
good?
Yeah.
Ain't he
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
good,
right.
well,
That's
not
it.
off
That's
an
it.
injury,
But
but
we do have
Fred
the different
Warner,
linebackers that
right?
actually
Nah,
hit
they
on the
said
line in
Fred Warner got one
scrimmages.
more week.
One
He
more
ain't
week,
clear.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they
Yeah,
get
Warner's
by
next week,
if they
maybe.
get through this
So
week, he comes back
so
next
they
week.
got
Gotcha,
Pearsall
gotcha.
and of
If,
course Trent's
if
back,
Sam
and
Darnold
then
get pressure with that
fuck, who
injury,
else is
it's gonna
coming
be
back this week?
difficulty for him. That's not the type of injury you can play
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, you're right. That's it.
This
That's it.
morning.
Yeah, but the Niners actually have to
Nah, they
fucking
said
hit a
Fred Warner got
quarterback,
one more
dude.
week.
One more
He
week,
gonna hit
okay.
his ass tomorrow. You better believe
I
that.
hope.
If they get through this week, Salah's gonna send everything.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Bro, we got like what 18 sacks on the year. It's
If we don't
crazy.
sack him, he's gonna be on the move. He's gonna be on the
Yeah,
move.
you're right. That's it.
Oh
That's it.
God.
Well, good news is the edge rushers won't get anywhere, so they'll be right there to tackle him.
And
You're
Seattle,
right.
Seattle,
He may not
Seattle
get
I
the
have
hope.
sack,
the
but he's gonna
Seattle
run.
have the 12 man. We haven't heard that in a while.
Bro, we got like what 18
He's,
sacks on the year.
Word.
It's crazy. Purdy is cold as ice though, dude. That dude don't care about shit.
Hell
Hey
nah.
yo,
Listen,
one on
Seattle's
one.
another
Hey yo,
Seattle's
one on
another
one.
monster.
Hey yo, one
Yeah.
on one. I
Seattle,
would tell you when
Seattle,
I asked him. When I asked the guy,
Seattle
I
have the
forget yo
12
back.
man.
Who
We
was
haven't
that?
heard
I
that in a
asked him
while.
because he was talking shit, so I had to prove that he know shit about football. So I
Purdy is
asked
cold
him,
as ice though,
"What's
dude.
a
That dude don't care
12-man
about shit.
personnel?" And this
Listen,
motherfucker said
Seattle's
the
another
Seattle
monster.
Seahawks Stadium.
Yeah.
One on one. I would tell you when I asked him. When I asked the guy, no bullshit.
Wow.
Who was that?
That's bad.
I asked him what I said.
Hey,
What's a
he gotta be
12-man
he gotta
personnel
be
mean?
young.
And he
He
said
just
Seattle.
never
So I
played
asked
football.
him, "What's a 12-man personnel?" And
Nah.
this motherfucker said the Seattle
Yeah, that's bad work.
Stadium
because he got a deep ass voice. One way.
No
Yo,
bullshit.
SJ, we
That's
you
bad.
looking at you want some Brian
Like I
Daboll
said,
on your
he
team
used to
for
be.
head coach? What y'all gonna do?
He said Seattle football stadium. Oh, nah, D, how you feeling about hardball, yo?
Oh, I'm
Yeah, that's
feeling
bad work.
gravy. I'm feeling good.
Because he got a
Every
deep.
Giant
Oh
fan
hell
is saying
yeah.
that. I heard
Oh
I've
that.
been in a
hell
good
yeah.
mood. I've
Hell
been in a
yeah.
good mood since that day.
That's bad.
My coffee tastes a little different. You know what I'm saying? My car drive a little better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
nah, D, how you
I'm not
feeling
getting
about
too,
hardball, yo?
I'm not getting too hype. A lot of Giants fans crying out for the bowl. We still got
Oh hell
about
yeah.
3-4 more years. We back
Hell
to the
yeah.
drawing board.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Right.
he gonna take you. He gonna take you from the basement to the living room at least.
Yeah, at least 500. I mean, we can't even get to 500. I mean, it's been 15 years since our last Super Bowl. That's unacceptable in New York. We got
Yeah.
high standards.
I mean, but thinking that you gonna get a Super Bowl with hardball is, you know, laughable. I ain't
I'm
gonna
not
lie.
saying it ain't laughable. Watch out now. I said this
Uh-oh.
year, it ain't this year. I don't even know how his system might not fucking work. Who knows? But at
Listen, the
least I know he
system.
won't settle for below 500. I
I
don't see
mean,
that.
but thinking. Hey, I feel that. I feel that. But I'm just letting you know, right?
Is this because you're a Ravens fan and you don't like how that shit went
No.
down? Is
Well,
that
that
where this
part of
coming
it. But
from?
I'm
That's
being
part of
objective.
it.
I'm being for real. Like I'm not trolling or nothing.
Like it's no bias to
The
me.
system.
Nah, but
I can't
Bag's been
stand
hard
him.
on hardball, period. So
I
I
can't
understand why he's
stand
saying
him.
that. Hard.
But I'm just
What
letting.
you
But I'll
can't
be
stand him
objective.
for? He gave you a Super Bowl. Any coach that gives
He
you a
didn't
Super
give
Bowl.
us nothing. Stop it.
You should have
Man,
never
that
said
was
that.
that
You should
was
have never.
Bill.
You
That
should
was
have
Bill
never
and
said
I'm
that.
Steve.
for real.
You should
That
have
was
never
Bill and
said that.
I'm not
Steve.
trolling or nothing.
Like
You should
it's
have
no
See?
never said
bias.
that.
Yeah, that's where you fucked up right there.
Nah, I know.
You
Wait,
should have
whoa,
never
whoa,
said
whoa.
Whoa,
I'm
hold on. I
trolling
didn't
y'all.
realize something. Yo, who the
But I'll
fuck
be
is now? Yo, who
objective.
the fuck are you?
He
Who?
didn't give
That
us
was
nothing.
me.
Stop it.
You
That was
did that.
Bill. That was Bill and
Wait,
Steve.
what?
What?
Oh, nah, JB over here. Yo, JB, stop with all these
Yeah, that's
I
where
fucking.
you
didn't
fucked up
mean to
right there.
Hold on.
I
I
didn't
didn't
mean to
realize
request.
something.
Somebody
Yo,
did
who the
though.
fuck is now? Yo, who the fuck are you? I just noticed it was the exact
That was
same
me.
picture. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold the fuck up.
Wait, what?
Nah, but Dream,
Oh, nah,
uh,
JB
uh,
over here. Yo, JB, stop with all these
he's
fucking.
gonna be
didn't mean to
good, you know,
request.
because you guys got a good roster,
I didn't mean to
so he's gonna
request.
win
Somebody
games
did
for you,
though.
right?
Hey,
Yeah,
yo,
that's all
But
I'm
nah,
looking
cause
for. I'm not
I
screaming
noticed it
out
was
for the
the
Super
exact
Bowl.
same
Now,
picture.
would
I'm
I would
like,
like
wait a
one?
minute.
Hell yeah, I'd be a fool if I didn't want one. But is it realistic?
nah, but
I just want
Dream,
to, before even the
uh,
playoffs, we just need to learn how to win
he's
again.
gonna right. be
It's
good,
going to
my
take a few years.
my
Need to
thing
get
is
Dart going right, dude.
he's not good at situational play calling
Yeah,
and
that's all I'm looking
situational
for. I'm not
uh,
screaming out for the
game
Super Bowl.
decision making.
What about Todd Monken? Because his
But he
ass
can
wants
get,
to come out. His ass
but he can
like
get
to beat the
better. Like
Steelers.
you can't take that out of the equation. He
Hold
can
on, you
definitely
said
get better.
what'd you
I
say
said,
about
what
Todd
about
Monken?
Todd Monken? I said, because he wants to
Need
start
to
the New
get
York
Dart going right,
PTC.
dude.
Yeah, that's what
Monken's
I
a good
hear.
coach.
That's what I hear. Situational uh, game
But
decision
again,
making.
Harbaugh can get better. He can learn from the lessons that he did with us.
No, he can't.
Yes, he
Nah,
can.
he's
Man,
18
Don't
years in.
Harbaugh's
don't
His
be
stuck in
hard
What
on
you
style's a
him.
new
said?
style.
Thank you. Yes, listen, bro. The
That's
fact
come
that
on, bro.
He's
that
a
he has a Yeah, that's play what I called the hear. hardball That's what I hear. special, no.
well. He
That's
can't bring
hilarious.
none of that shit from Baltimore up to New York.
I think he can get better.
No, he
They're being
can't.
hard on him. I
Nah,
can't be hard
he's
on
18
Man,
Harbaugh.
years in.
Harbaugh.
His
I
So
style
mean,
it.
changed.
I think he'll
Thank
give
you.
them wins. I
Listen,
think
bro.
they'll have a better season, but I don't see them being any type of contender for the next 2 or 3 years.
I think the
I mean,
only issue with
but
Harbaugh
the
too is him
NFC
being a
East
special
is
teams
drowning
coach.
right now. The NFC East is begging for a leader at that
Yeah, I'm about to
division
say
right now.
they
So
could
The
get
Eagles
I
is on the
think they'll give
decline.
them wins. I
But
Who
think
else?
listen,
they'll have a
one of
It
the
better
doesn't
biggest
take a
issues
season.
stellar
we had
record
to
to go to the
face,
playoffs.
I
but one of
don't
the
see
biggest
them
issue of
being
having
any
Harbaugh that
type
we
of
had to
contender
face
for the
is like
next 2 or 3 years.
he don't coach one side of the ball. Like he don't coach
is
offense and
drowning right
defense.
now. The
So
NFC
that's
East is
something that
begging
y'all
for a
gotta
leader
really
at that
like
Yeah, I'm about to
division
say
right
they
now.
in
could
terms
The
of
Eagles
like
is on the
game plan and
decline.
see how y'all gonna develop in the
It doesn't
future.
take a stellar
Y'all
record
have
to
to
go to the playoffs.
consider that because he's not a coordinator. He's not an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. You're gonna have to be hiring guys constantly, unless you know what I'm saying. You get a guy that's like that's gonna stay there. It's gonna be hard if y'all winning games.
Well,
I
see, I
mean,
think that's why he's trying to bring Monken on as his OC because he knows and trusts Monken.
Just
Yeah, that
don't
makes
go
sense.
get Greg Roman.
Why not?
Nah,
I
we
mean, look,
looking at
hey,
we
look
looking
at
Why
at Wink.
not? Yeah,
We
go get
looking at
him.
Wink for defensive
don't
coordinator.
don't get him.
Go get Greg
Don't
Roman.
listen to that. Don't get him.
I think that's why he's
But
trying
he'll
to
definitely.
And
I'll settle for above
because he
500
knows
that
the
nigga
precedent.
terrible.
before I
Yeah,
switch
man.
off.
Ain't he, bro?
I'll be happy if he
Hey,
go
chill, chill,
above
chill, chill, chill,
500.
chill, chill, chill,
Let
chill,
me
chill,
just
chill.
forewarn you, Dream. If
Don't get him.
like Bag said, he don't know how to coach situational football. Hence the interview after the fucking Patriots game. Well, we had
About a week.
damn, what was the word?
I'll be happy
Hey,
if he
chill,
go
chill, chill,
above
chill, chill,
500.
chill.
We had a plan. This is what was going to happen. The rotation. Keith Mitchell was next in the rotation.
Right.
Fuck Derrick Henry being hot. This ain't situational. We're going by the rotation. Just be prepared.
It's true though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, and NFC East, it's not like you need
After
to
he
sell it.
just
You don't
he
need
had
to.
130 yards, just scored a touchdown with 11 minutes and 48 seconds left of the fourth quarter, and never touched the ball again.
Just be prepared.
It's true.
And this has been multiple
That
instances.
does scare me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not gonna lie, he going from one crowd, and I
But
live in New York. I'll be the first one to tell you,
But-
he's going from one
but-
fan base that's like really hard when it comes to competing to another fan base that's hard, like in
we
terms
gonna
of
get on
y'all.
your ass.
Y'all
I'm so glad we
New
do
York,
this.
the New York
Maybe
fan
we'll
base,
get
they hold their coaches
Yo,
accountable.
your first
It's
two
hard
wins
on
Oh,
as
them.
a head
man.
coach in New York, you lose.
They're so
They're
rough on
really
their
hard on their
coaches. It's
coaches.
crazy.
Yeah, they're
It's
extremely. They're
absolutely
worse than
crazy.
Baltimore when it comes to that.
But I will
Yeah.
say the NFC East, you don't need a stellar record to do well in the NFC East to make it to the
I'm
playoffs.
so glad we do
Because I had the Eagles, had any other team in our division, the Eagles would have to deal with, they wouldn't have been to the playoffs. Because it's the Redskins, the Cowboys, us, and the Eagles. It's not a hard division.
They don't exist anymore. They're the Washington Commanders.
Commanders.
Thank you.
I'm from back playoffs.
I ain't gonna lie, they're gonna be better.
Mike T.
In our division. So who else in the division besides the Eagles would give the Giants confidence with that if they can get it
Dallas.
right?
No, just
I
Commanders. I'll
mean,
give it to
the
you.
Commanders, they're
Yeah.
gonna be healthy next year. So.
Because
I'm
I
Jaden
hope.
Daniels being hurt is what set them back. They weren't. I will say they weren't as good as a team as the year before, but just having Jaden Daniels healthy is always going to be a viable threat.
Well, let's also add in not only was Daniels hurt, but so was Scary Terry, and so was
They
Debo.
weren't. I will say, I give you Scary Terry. Don't nobody care about Debo.
I mean, no, technically no, but he is just a physical threat. His presence is a threat on the field.
Hey, Debo's so big, he could be a lineman,
So
bro.
was Scary Terry, and so was Debo.
Shit, Marcus Mariota wasn't
I give
doing
you
that
Scary Terry.
bad.
Don't nobody care
He
about
was
That is
winning
true
some
too.
games.
I mean, no.
That is true.
And y'all got They got Josh Johnson. I don't know if they plan on playing him. But
Well, Josh Johnson played their last
so big, he could be a lineman.
last two games.
Yeah, he's some ass.
nah, he was striking the Eagles.
He kept him in that last game for a little bit, and then he just.
That is true.
You talking
I
about Josh Johnson?
He
won.
Josh
Oh, that
Allen.
nigga ass.
I didn't say he was good.
Nah, he
I'm
did
just
good.
saying he
I said
did
who they
keep them
got.
in the beginning of the game.
My man is some straight cut.
He kept him in that last game.
He the worst third string of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Of all time?
And
Yeah,
Cooper
all
Rush got moved to our third, and he. I don't
man.
know.
He's better than
I don't know.
he's better than Josh Johnson.
Hey,
Nah,
what
he's
happened?
saying
What
that.
happened with RG3
My
in
man
Baltimore?
is
How did that? How
You know that
fade away?
Kalisha? Look at that. Look
He
at
the
Kalisha now,
worst
man.
third string of all time.
Hey yo.
Didn't RG3 play with the Ravens for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rush got moved to our third. Yeah.
They called it the Heisman package. It was him, Lamar Jackson, and Mark Ingram.
You know
Yeah.
that Kalisha? Look at that. Look at Kalisha now.
But he was only with us for like one season, right?
I think too.
Yeah.
They called it the I think he played a little bit into 2020.
That's right.
You
Yeah.
know that Kalisha?
Hey, I only came up to ask, did you call the app
But
Kalisha?
he was only with us
Whatever
for
it
like
is.
one season, right?
Yo, that's
LC.
that's actually
LC, Kalisha. Yeah, that's the app. That's the app, bro. That's the second time I've had actually. I had
That's
NFL
right.
on Fox come on my
I only
shit
came
this
up to
time
ask,
last
did you
year.
call the app
and now I got them motherfuckers come on my shit. That's pretty
Yo,
dope.
that's
I'm gonna
what's
start
up.
calling it Kalisha now. That's funny as
Yeah,
hell.
Alicia,
Kalishi.
Alicia. Bro, that's the second time I've had.
Kalishi.
Actually, I had. Yeah. Yeah. See. NFL on Fox come on my
Yo,
shit
coach.
this time last year, and now I got them
Coach
motherfuckers come on
here.
my
Oh,
shit.
he's dying.
I'm
Coach
I
probably
wanted to talk
interested to see what the
about.
celebrating.
Ravens
I
He
hire
probably
over
wanted.
celebrating
Steelers
because Mike
hire.
Thomas gone.
Yeah, but I wanted to talk about the
Alicia,
Tomlin thing. I heard it like they could basically confirm that it wasn't the Steelers that told him to resign. It was
See.
actually like he legit wanted to resign. He felt like he was holding the team back. Coach here. Oh, he's
Did
dying.
you see what
My boy back at the
Hennessy said
Hennessy,
though?
baby.
I haven't checked on it yet.
Yeah, but I wanted to
Man,
talk
I
about the
thought I
Tomlin thing.
had a
I heard it like
problem.
they could basically confirm that
Yeah,
it wasn't the
baby.
Steelers
Yeah, baby.
told him to resign. It was actually like
Yeah.
he legit wanted to
That
resign.
shit'll
He
definitely
felt like
keep
he
you
was
warm.
holding
That
the team
part.
back.
Did you see what
My boy back at the Hennessy,
That
baby.
part.
I haven't checked
Shit,
on
I
it
got
yet.
something mixed
That
with
part.
my drink right now. It's too damn cold.
Yeah,
You
baby.
see my boy hanging on the block
Baby.
on 25th and
On
Lennox.
Lennox Ave and 25th.
That shit'll
Hey, I'm
definitely
excited
keep
to
you
see that
warm.
Buffalo and
That part.
Denver
They need a
game.
matter of fact, they need to send his ass
Yeah,
to
I'm excited
Canal
too. Do they
Street.
play
Hey,
Sunday or
hey,
Saturday?
out of these guys
I
right
think they play
here,
Saturday.
okay, these guys right here,
Mm-hmm.
See
who
my boy hanging on the block
was
on
the
25th
most, or who is the most, what you call
Hey,
it,
I'm excited to see that
um,
Buffalo and
They need a
Denver game.
matter of fact, they need to
most
send his
like
ass
Yeah, I'm
to
what
excited
Canal
too. Do
creative,
they
Street.
play Sunday or Saturday?
mastermind, offensive minded?
I
What
think
is
they
the
play
best
Saturday.
offensive mind right here between Andy Reid, Joe Gibbs,
Mm-hmm.
fucking Mike Shanahan, fucking Bill Walsh,
Bill
fucking what's
Walsh.
his face,
It's Bill Walsh.
and I don't know the other dude.
It's Bill
Yeah,
Walsh.
Landry and whatever. Bill
Yeah,
Walsh.
I'll say
It's
Bill.
Bill Walsh. Hands down.
Mastermind.
I'd probably agree, Walsh.
The only reason why
Joe Gibbs,
is because
Mike
every
Shanahan, fucking
like high
Bill
potent
Walsh,
offense
fucking
is a remix of the West Coast.
and I don't know the other dude.
It's Bill
Yeah,
Walsh.
Landry and whatever. Bill
Yeah, I'll say
It's
Bill.
Bill Walsh. Hands down.
Yeah,
I'd probably agree,
very true.
Walsh.
And once that West Coast offense was implemented by Bill Walsh, bro, it literally changed it started to change the game of football, bro.
Yeah, I'll say Bill.
That's why San Fran
Yeah.
was so dominant with Montana. That West Coast offense was implemented by Bill Walsh, bro. It literally changed it started to change the game of football, bro.
I need to wake up.
That's why San Fran take a sip. Take a sip
Man,
with me.
I got a little something mixed with my drink.
I need some
But
more food.
I worked 24 hours yesterday at work
Damn.
because we were short staffed. So
You working
I need
today?
to wake up. No, I'm off tonight. Saturday night and Sunday night. I go back Monday.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
But I worked 24 hours. I get to watch some football. Too bad it ain't the Ravens, but
I know, right?
No, I was
Hey,
saying, JB, I was like, it feels nice to like for a while, like just not be in a situation where like I'm worried about what we gonna do for the of getting disappointed with us not running the ball or something like that.
Yeah, only because Kansas City ain't there.
Hey, at least y'all not us for choking that 21-3.
I was saying, JB, I was
Yeah,
like,
that
it
is
feels
true.
nice to, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that hurt.
yeah.
be in a situation where like I'm worried
Bum
about
ass Packers.
But see, and that's the one thing I can say. Our last game was not a dud. Like, it wasn't a dud. Like, it was a decent game. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, we lost by
2 points.
what, a fucking field goal?
We lost by 2. We lost by 2.
At least it wasn't a blowout.
No, that would never happen.
Like, it wasn't
Ain't this Matt LaFleur contract here? They aren't he getting an extension, or they worrying about like they gotta get an extension with him, or they like I
I
heard
thought they
that
already had it.
they might be trading him, or he gotta get an extension. This might be his last year as head coach of the Packers.
Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past.
I haven't got
Hey, Matt.
Especially after blowing that lead.
I haven't got
Yeah.
a notification yet.
I mean, you
Hey,
see
Matt.
it, man, right there, bro.
Hey, Legend.
He's got a history of it.
Yo,
Didn't I tell you at the beginning of the season, on week 17, we was going to beat Green Bay?
Especially after
What
blowing
happened?
that lead.
I said before the season started. Remember, we were talking and we were going through the schedule. And I told you we was going week 17.
Yo,
We was going to come to whatever your stadium's called, Lambeau, and put. No, I ain't say belt the ass. I did say we was gonna win, but we did put belt the ass before the season started. Remember, we were talking.
well, first GG's, and second of all, we was already in the playoffs. Y'all had to fight for y'all's, but
That's not the conversation, though.
nah.
Did you win your division?
Oh, we didn't win it.
All right, neither did we. So we're in the same boat.
But Legend, do you want Matt LaFleur to stay? Like, do you want him as
better?
head coach?
We was already in the playoffs. Y'all had to fight. At this point, bro,
That's not the conversation.
I don't even care. Nah.
I don't even care.
That's where I'm at right now.
I mean, hopefully it's just an eye-opening experience because I can't lie to you. I've been one of those people who's been saying Green Bay's overrated for years, you know? So, I don't know, maybe just to like put a fire under Matt's ass.
I want a special teams coach. That's why.
You want a special teams coach?
Well, then y'all should have went after
Should have got
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. Yeah.
Y'all should have already
Got
made that move.
Get a
now.
get a
The
head
Giants
coach
didn't
for
let
a
him leave the
Right.
building. We picked him up in the jet
You know?
from his crib.
So,
Man, we
I
need
mean, you got
something.
hey, the Ravens thought once upon a time it was a good choice.
We got the worst special teams in
You
the
know,
league.
you know what's crazy? I seen that fucking video that fucking V posted talking about how, you know, like you go back 8 years ago, whatever, how they were talking about firing Harbaugh, and it was the end, and you know, maybe they would start giving Lamar some extra time, so just throwing him in there here and there. And then it bought him 8 more years. How Lamar's just bought him 8 more years. 8 years ago, whatever.
Well, see, the problem though is that there are still people out there saying Lamar is the problem, and I just can't wait for the next 1 to 2 years for people to finally open their eyes and see that Baltimore's issue. Now, granted, there was lack of execution. There was, but I just can't wait for people to open their eyes to see that it was coaching that was the problem. It was not necessarily Lamar.
Yeah, that's what I've been screaming from the fucking mountaintop since 2019, SJ.
But that, you know, people look at Ravens fans. We're delusional because we have the quarterback that we have. We're delusional.
Y'all better hope y'all do something for the Giants, or it's gonna look bad.
We're delusional and I'm biased.
Yeah, so if the Giants do something before the Ravens do, is that like you guys like pissed off because
I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be mad because sometimes, like I said, Harbaugh's not a bad coach. He just got stale. Very stale. And look at Oweh. A new environment can sometimes bring new success. I'm gonna be honest.
And it's
And
in this situation, the way we got rid of him, it was a humbling experience because he thought his job was secure. So clearly, he felt like what he was doing wasn't that bad.
Hey, what did your owner say again?
So he's this is a humbling experience. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what he needs to become a better and become more assertive with the things he was doing because he was lackadaisical and very passive as a head coach.
Hey, man,
Yo, I'm sorry. The funniest thing was, so if Luke makes that kick, does Harbaugh stay? But Shotty takes a sip of that water. Yeah, for a week.
But then
that brings up a question that I had though.
that tells you everything you need to know, right? That decision to fire Harbaugh was already premeditated, right? That had been decided at some point during the season, and that's why I said
8 years ago.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I thought it was more so on Lamar.
If he would have went out and won a Super Bowl. John
You guys are
Harbaugh
done.
was fired, right?
Right, you guys are done just like Pittsburgh. Get him out of there. Win Super Bowl.
That's
Pop that
okay.
bottle.
That's different. That's different, JB. They let Mike Tomlin basically mutually part ways, right? When the report came out, it was Mike Tomlin and Steelers part ways mutually, right? Nah, with John Harbaugh, FRIED! Exclamation
Over
point.
the phone. Over
See,
the phone.
Yeah, they
Fire.
hey, but he didn't. The things didn't start to crumble until after Lamar got hurt, and I think y'all put most of the blame
no,
on his
I
ass. And y'all were doing
know.
good. Y'all were doing good at the beginning
No.
of the season.
It was
No,
crumbling 3
Y'all
years
not.
ago when we lost to the
Hold
Chiefs.
on. Hold on, Journey. We did not do good at the
Yeah,
beginning of the season. And that wasn't even Lamar's fault. That was the fact that we had 6 other of our highest paid players on the injury list. We were riddled with injuries the first part of the season.
Is that still his fault though? I guess that's what I'm getting at. Was that
Yes, did
Harbaugh's
not
fault?
do good at the
No,
beginning of
well,
the
I can tell you
season.
what
And
it
that
is.
wasn't even
What
Lamar's
part is
fault.
his fault? Because
That
you
was
can't
the
stop
fact that we
injuries,
had
right? We know
6
that.
other of our
It's a
highest paid
gladiator
players
sport. There's a
on
lot
the
of
injury
physicality.
list.
Guys are
We
going
were
to get hurt.
riddled with
But
injuries the
what
first part
was
of the
John
And
season.
Harbaugh's
is
fault
that still his
was
fault
right
though?
out
I
the
guess
fucking
that's what I'm getting at. Was that
Yes, did
Harbaugh's
out the
fault?
gate in week 1. I can tell you what it is. Right? We got Jair Alexander
you turned the offense off.
late.
You
Hold
turned the
on.
offense off in the Bills game.
Hold on, SJ.
Sorry.
What was John Harbaugh's fault? Jair Alexander comes into training camp late. He hasn't played for 2 years. Right? We got Jair Alexander. Then not
You
only
turned
that,
the offense off.
he's
You turned the
injured
offense off in the Bills
still,
game.
right? He's limited practice leading up to the Buffalo game in week 1. Jair Alexander comes into training. You, as a coach,
All right, go ahead.
knowing all of that at hand, you decide to play him in the fourth quarter when you're up 15 and you got him playing instead of a young, healthy guy like TJ Tampa, right?
Go ahead.
I forget the other guy's name. He actually got injured in that game. But you got Nate Wiggins, you got Humphreys, you got TJ Tampa, you got other guys that needed to be on the field instead of Jair Alexander. And this is, when it comes to the injury part, his decision making was more than questionable. Because
Yep.
I don't know if y'all remember, but remember Lamar was hurt and he was a full. They said he was a full participant on Friday, and then on Saturday they said that he wasn't. That they retracted it and we started.
That was
Tyler
the Bears
Huntley.
game.
Yep, I remember that.
Yep, Chicago. Yes, it's the Chicago game. That stupid shit like that is the issues that you're gonna have with John Harbaugh. And then on Saturday,
Wow.
they said that he wasn't.
But I
That
kind
they
of bring, oh dang,
retracted it
I
and
don't know if you can hear the
started,
cars or not,
Bills
but I
That was
kind
the
of
Bears
get
game.
into my
Yeah,
question
Chicago.
though,
Yes,
because like,
Chicago
do
game.
y'all really trust John
Stupid shit like
Harbaugh to be like enough
is
of an
the
authoritarian
issues that you're gonna
for
have
the
with John
Giants?
Harbaugh.
Because I look at the
But
Giants and I see,
Wow.
you know, Jackson Dart, who's basically like a Jake Paul. You got Cam Scatterboot, who's another kind of wild young guy, you know, and then Abdul Carter. Obviously, you got to stay on his ass, you know, or he's just gonna do dumb shit. So do
Yeah,
y'all
he's gonna
think
be on.
that
well, I'll
Harbaugh
tell
could
you.
really handle
He's
it?
gonna be watching Pornhub.
I think more so than Brian
Oh,
Dayball. Hold on, I think more so
corner.
than Brian Dayball
Yeah,
did.
true,
Brian
my bad.
Dayball had a coaching style of being players' friends and shit, and laughing like, nah, Harbaugh's not putting up with any of that. And I think they learned, but
No,
that's where I caught
Journey,
it.
you might
Yeah, you're
no.
tripping.
Don't say that because Harbaugh was
I think
not
more so
holding
than
our
Brian
players
Daboll.
accountable.
I think
He
more so
was
than
their
Brian
friend.
Daboll
Yeah,
did.
true,
Brian
my
Daboll
bad.
had a
Yeah,
coaching,
he's a
had a coaching
player's
style of being
coach
He's a
for
player's
real.
coach.
and laughing like,
And
nah, Harbaugh's not putting up with
Absolutely
any of that.
is.
And I think they learned, but that's where I
But
caught
then
it.
Now
Dayball,
there's no
but so
telling.
I guarantee you that he would not let Abdul
Was
Carter
not
even think to
holding
even
our
open a
players
laptop to
accountable.
watch
He
porn
was their
than
friend.
Brian Dayball.
Vernon,
That's just
hey, quit
unheard
saying
of
the
if
P
anybody.
word. Quit saying the P word. I
P,
promise
P,
you.
P. I mean, I love TikTok shop.
Vernon, I gotta drop you real quick. Come right back, man. You guys gotta quit saying
But
the
Yeah,
P
I
word.
mean, he could
so
go over
I
there and
guarantee you
change
that he
his
would not
ways, but
let
I don't
Abdul
see it.
Carter even think to even
he
open a
better if he
laptop to
wants
watch
to.
porn than Brian
I mean,
He's
that's
Dayball.
what
That's just
successful.
I'm
Quit
unheard
saying
saying.
of
the
That's
if
P
why,
word.
like,
Quit
don't
anybody.
get
saying
me
the
wrong.
P
I
word.
understand why Giants
I
fans are
mean, I love
excited, but why they
TikTok
think
shop.
he's just
Vernon,
gonna
I
come
gotta
and
drop you real
solve all
quick.
their
Come right back, man.
problems. I don't know.
You guys
It's
Well,
not
like
like
I
they had a
said,
bad
I
roster
mean,
this year.
he can take him from the basement to the living room, right? Like I can see that.
But that's more improvement than what we had.
And I'm with you,
Yeah, like
Dream.
don't get
I'm
me
with
wrong.
you.
I understand why
I
Giants
guarantee he
fans are
can win more
excited,
than
but why they
4
think he's just
games.
gonna come and solve
Yeah,
all their
absolutely.
problems.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh yeah, no, I
And that's
feel
all
that.
I
It's just what
that's
happens.
all I want. That's all
You
I
just want
want.
improvement. You want
But my thing
improvement.
is,
I
Yeah.
what
get it.
happens when 4 games isn't enough? You know, because that's technically what my team went through. We went from 3-12 to 10-7 the next year, and people are still upset and saying, "Get rid of CJ, get rid of D'Amico." You know
See,
what I
now
mean?
that's I don't understand that. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
why.
well.
That's
You
crazy.
have dumb delusional
But my
fans
thing
in
is, what
every fan
happens when
base.
4 games isn't
Yeah,
enough? You
because you
know,
got
because
Giants
that's
fans that don't
technically
get me
what my
wrong are
team went
screaming for
through.
the
We
Super
went
Bowl. Like I told
from
you, I'm
three
a
and
realist. I've
twelve
been a
to
Giants
ten
fan
and
since I was
seven
a
the
little
next
kid.
year.
I know this doesn't mean Super Bowl. We're going back to the drawing board. So probably going to be maybe another losing season again, as we're rewriting our identity once again for the
Like
19th time.
this is when I knew Harbaugh was gone. I've always wanted him gone, but this is when I knew that at the end of the year, whether he won a Super Bowl or not, he was gone. So I want to say it was after we beat Miami. We had our bye week and we came out and we beat Miami on a Thursday night. The report came out that all the games, the ping pong table, and all that good fun stuff
Yep.
got took out the locker room. John Harbaugh, excuse me, John Harbaugh came out in a press conference and basically took credit for it. Then 2 days later, I guess somebody, dropped a little tidbit or snitched to the press
Spilled the
because,
tea.
they clocked that shit. You heard me. One of the reporters asked Lamar Jackson. They were like, "Oh yeah, so word is you're the one that asked for all the games and the ping pong table to be pulled," and he said it. Yeah. He's like, I asked the equipment manager, let's get all this. We got focus. Let's get all this extra fun stuff up out of here. Hey, and this is when I knew he was serious. He was like, shit. If I could have if I could have had him take the TVs out, but they're hung up and bolted in. He was like, I would have told him to do that too. So I'm sitting there thinking like, wait, hold on. Didn't John Harbaugh just come on TV 2 days ago talking about it was his idea? Oh no, but it's the choke artist, right? Who's overrated, makes too much money, and is always sleep, and
who gives up on his team.
Right. It's that guy who had to step up and say, yo, you know what, yo? Let's get right. Let's get right. And the fact that needed to happen and how it went down, that let me know right then and there. See you, John.
Brian Daboll walking into the tent of a person getting a medical examination and is screaming at your doctor saying, I don't care, let him the F in.
Right.
And that's our head coach. Nah, I understand Harbaugh not might be perfect. That was a dumb decision to have cake parties and ping pong tables. But Brian Daboll was just reckless as a coach. Let everything fly, dapping up players and letting the players sleep in practice. And the GM, the reason why Abdul Carter was on the bench was because of the GM. It wasn't because of Daboll. It was because of Joe Shane.
But yeah, Brian Daboll lost his job, in my opinion. Let me state this.
In Denver. His fate was already sealed. That Denver game? That came out.
I don't recall if it was the Denver. What week did
I'm calling I think it was like week 5, week 6, but we were up 33 and then we lost. They scored 33 points in the fourth quarter and beat us.
Okay.
He was originally fired on the jet.
I think I mean as soon as Jackson Dart started, Brian Daboll was fired.
As he started Dart, he was fired.
Yeah.
Because Russell Wilson had no business playing. Jameis Winston should have played, but Russell Wilson had no business playing football.
Why not? You signed him.
I didn't say. Joe Shane's dumbass signed him.
I know.
Man,
you went and got 2 veteran quarterbacks.
But it was up to Daboll to start Jameis Winston instead of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was throwing it. I don't care what he did in Dallas. I mean, when we played Dallas, he throws in the ball. He almost hit a cheerleader the last time he played.
So
Thrown into
No,
the
I
dirt.
can't lie. That was one of the funniest moments this season when he was yelling about, Jackson in the tent, and then Russell Wilson stepped on the field, and all the fans immediately started booing,
Boo!
like before they
yeah,
could even get a snap off. That shit
And
was
then
so funny.
he threw it to the dirt, and then he went back off the field and got yelled
yeah,
at. And Jackson Dart came in wobbling from the tent because he doesn't know he can't even count his fingers and had to play again.
yeah. He was.
Mhm.
He had like 3 concussions that game alone.
But
But
why did you start Jameis Winston? That's one of the reasons why you didn't get fired. I mean, why you
yes,
got fired. You should have started Jameis. But
exactly. Look, this is the best way I can explain it. Jackson Dart was break glass in case of emergency, right? They went out. You signed 2 veteran quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, who didn't play the greatest, but against Dallas, he balled out. 450 yards, 4 touchdowns. Just didn't do enough at the end to win the game. Then he came out, played a really bad game after the Dallas game, and then got benched. Okay, if you're going to bench him for bad performance and not because he got hurt, you go to your second veteran. You
my
traded
thoughts
up.
exactly.
You traded up, which I thought was crazy, to get Jackson Dart at 24, I think, overall.
Yeah.
So you got 2 veteran quarterbacks so he can sit and learn. The fact that you rushed him out there without
save your
Russell
job.
Wilson, right? You save your job.
And you got fired anyway.
I know, but he expedited his own fire.
Yeah. The reason why they didn't start James Winston because he didn't have enough reps with the first team and he was scared. So they that the fans wanted Jackson Dart, so he was hoping for fan support in that regard, but it just didn't. His plan didn't work.
But Jackson Dart didn't have reps with the first team. He's the third.
But the fans were calling for Jackson. They weren't calling for James.
And that's why he got fired. You fallen victim to the fans. You know what fans?
Because they kept asking him every single week in the press conference, when's Jackson Dart coming in? When's Jackson Dart coming in?
Sure. But what is fans short of?
Everything will be happening faster.
Fanatic, right?
Yeah.
Right. A fucking
Psychopath.
yes. Fanatics don't know what's best for the team.
And I swear, if
Definition
Baltimore
of
you gotta-
Ravens is
but
not a clear example of that, I don't know what is. Your Lamar
definition of
fans
fanatic is
want
psychopath.
Lamar
You are
to
a
play regardless if he's injured or not. Prime example.
And just like
right there.
just like New York wanted Jackson Dart to play before he was ready. We screamed for it. And I think if Russell Wilson didn't play so bad, that it wouldn't be in this predicament. But I don't know how you go from hero to zero and throwing it to the dirt and throwing it at cheerleaders and throwing it at the concession guys who hand out the beers. What the fuck are you throwing it to?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. If you look at him last year when he played for the Steelers, he really wasn't all that was cracked up to be. He's definitely slowing down.
Yeah.
It's time for him to
retire.
Yeah.
Jappy, what you saying?
I mean, if you talk about what Russell Wilson was with us in our last game, which was with you guys, the Ravens, nobody came to play but him.
That's true.
That is true.
Nobody.
What are you talking about, bro? You talking about Russell Wilson? What team was you?
It was
The Broncos?
270 and 2 touchdowns. Nobody came to play but him.
Who are you talking about?
Russell Wilson when he played the Ravens.
But this AOE is just
Y'all could have ran for 300 yards on us. That's not on Russell.
We did.
I'm talking about 10.5 yards a carry. That is ridiculous.
I think we had 200.
When I say a carry, I don't know. It didn't matter if it was Henry or Lamar.
No, that's that.
That was a
If I'm not mistaken, we had 299.
Yeah, bro. And I think y'all turned it down at the end.
Yeah,
We beating them. So I can't blame that on Russell.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So I mean,
I
what he
agree.
was with the Giants, I mean, I'm not a Giants fan, and I wasn't really locked in what he was doing there. So I'll take a Giants fan's a synopsis of what he was for law. So
he was good for the Cowboy. I gotta give him his props for the
Cowboy game.
Cowboys.
He balled out, bro.
And it was a complete turnaround. I don't know what after that. I don't know what happened.
He looked like Seattle wrestling.
Yeah,
that's the Russell Wilson I knew.
Dart should start from the beginning. But this is just my philosophy on young quarterbacks. I think when people say you're thrown into the fire, I think about it like, okay, this is football. You've played this game forever. So you've been in the fire forever. So me putting you out there to play because it's on a higher level, it's no different than me putting you out there to play when you come out from high school to college. It is absolutely different.
Yeah,
so
what the fuck am I drafting you for?
I want to see what you do on this level.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the plan. You do have a point though, but that wasn't the plan that was discussed. And Dayball took it upon himself to save his job and went against the grain. I see what you're saying, yeah. Because what are we drafting you for? We don't want you to play.
How he tried to save his job?
He said he would do.
Because the fan, basically Joe Shane, the GM and the owner was like, something's got to give, whatever it is. That means all cards are on the table. Figure it out,
right?
Whether it's fan support again or win.
They were like moving desperately, like
Now,
it was like,
but it wasn't that.
Okay.
But Dayball said, well, I can get the fans back if I start Dart, knowing damn well Jameis Winston should have been playing right after Russell Wilson. And Jackson.
No, Russell Wilson should have never been benched.
He should have. Nah, he should have been benched, dog.
Why?
It got bad. It got bad. When you're
what do you guys think
of
the Denver and Buffalo game? My bad.
Yo, hold on. I gotta say something. Dog, nobody on no level, no coach on no level, on any level, wants to start a first-year player if they do not have to. Nobody does, dog. Nobody does. Because there is a certain adjustment to speed and level of play that you have to develop. Some players are instantly adjusted to it. Some take time to develop to be able to adjust to it. And at a position such as quarterback, no franchise wants to start a rookie. Nobody wants to have to do that. However, because of the day and time that we are in, and guys are thrown into the fire early, and a lot of times they're thrown into the fire too early, and they get shell shocked, and you ruin that player, because there's a development stage on every level, not just the NFL, on every level. I tell you right now, I don't give a fuck how good he is. Alabama or Ohio State, nobody wants to start a 17, 18-year-old kid fresh out of high school. They don't want to have to start him. However, if their hands are tied and this is their only option, this is what we got to do.
Yeah,
but nobody wants to. Nobody wants to start a first-year player. Nobody does.
I think Dayball caught flack from not starting Jameis Winston. I don't know how familiar you are with the Giants drama, coach, but Jameis Winston should have been starting. Jameis Winston should have been starting.
No, that was part of the reason he got fired. How did you skip? Why did we sign these two so we wouldn't have to see him? That was the reason for us getting these two veterans, so we would not have to see him on the field if we did not have to have him on the field. So by him bypassing Jameis Winston and going straight to Jackson Dart, you're jeopardizing our future.
Yeah, he got caught in a lie too. As you said, Jameis Winston didn't have any first team reps. Neither did Jackson Dart.
Exactly. So it didn't even make sense. But there is no organization that says, okay, we're getting this guy because we want him to move the needle instantaneously as a first-year player. Like I said, there are some players who have the athletic ability and have the mental capability to adjust and develop into a player and be able to produce at a high level when they get to the next level. Yes, I am not going to say there is not, but like Bag always loved to say, an exception does not make the rule.
That's what my coach used to say. That's what my coach used to say.
Exactly.
My coach used to say the exact thing.
The exceptions do not make the rule. Yeah, everybody say, "Oh, well, look at Joe Burrow." Well, dog, look at every quarterback Cincinnati drafted. They threw all of them into the fire. Achilles Smith, I don't give a fuck who it was. Every quarterback they drafted, they had to start him. Why? Because of the situation they was in. Maybe had somebody thought, well, hold on. How about we draft a quarterback, right? How about we go get a bridge quarterback? And how about we understand that this thing is a process? It's not instantaneous, right? This is a process. We can't be skipping steps of the process. And since we're not skipping steps of the process, this shit might work.
Yeah, they had like 4 quarterbacks in the quarterback room. We all had Tommy Cutlets. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there was no excuse to skip above the program.
There's no reason to skip the process. See, like for instance, Joe Burrow worked out. Joe Burrow was at a level that he was able to adjust, come in as a rookie and start. Yes, okay, cool. But now, had that not have worked, what if mentally Joe Burrow wasn't able to adjust immediately? They would have burnt out another quarterback. They would have ruined another quarterback by throwing him into. At one point in time, back in the day, in the NFL, rookies didn't start.
Oh, nah. You know how long Aaron Rodgers was saying?
There was always a bridge quarterback. They always had somebody, Steve DeBerg or fucking whatever. They always had a bridge quarterback while the dude sat on the bench. Because at least half the season, at least let me see what he does in practice with motherfucking NFL players.
Yeah, you know how long Aaron Rodgers was sitting behind Brett Favre?
That's what I'm saying. Like, let me see something.
2, 3 years.
Nobody, listen. Nobody wants to have to start and everybody would say, "Oh, well, y'all started then." No, dog. Tommy Maddox was injured, and so was Charlie Batch.
Right.
That's why Ben started. That's the reason Ben went on the field. The backup was already injured, and the starter just got hurt. We ain't had nobody. There weren't no more quarterbacks.
Same thing with
anymore.
Hey, same thing happened to Brett. Same thing with the Brett situation.
You hear me coming? Same thing with Joe Flacco and Lamar, right? Lamar wouldn't have started if Joe Flacco doesn't get hurt in week 9.
This is what I'm saying.
Alex Smith and
Do you think Lamar was ready when he was called up?
No. I mean, he was ready enough because he went 6-1, right? So, like, he was ready enough, but
free to play. Free to play.
But what got Lamar? But we gotta remember what got Lamar. Let's not act like Lamar ain't a fucking freak of nature.
True.
Let's not act like Lamar ain't no fucking freak of nature. Lamar ain't no regular motherfucking quarterback.
Yeah, once in a generation.
I think that's my point. I think that's my point. My point is, if you like that, if you really like that, even if you struggle, I think that struggle helps you. Like I would bring up Peyton Manning. Bro had like damn near 20-some picks his first year.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He was fucking off. But hold on. Listen, as great as Peyton Manning was, as great as Peyton Manning was, great as he was, as great as he became, let's not forget Peyton Manning's first 4 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
It was not good.
The first year, his first 4.
I remember. I remember. I was there. I was watching.
Yeah, 4 years was.
He was not that good.
If I'm not mistaken,
sometimes the quarterback they need more time. They need more time to bake. They need more time to bake. And I think the baking process sometimes can be you being on the field and that fire.
No, sometimes he can, but let's not forget.
Yo, not anymore.
Y'all know
It's a microwave.
I'm about to say, now it's microwave. Now I need my shit right now. No, when that button says ding, bitch, you better be ready.
Yeah.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
When you hear that
with you,
ding,
Coach,
when you hear that bell, they're like, fuck
mo-
that, be ready. Cause listen, we can't forget.
sometimes you gotta be able to be
we cannot
a
forget
good.
the
You gotta
all-time
be able to
best.
be. You gotta be able to take. You gotta be able to know what your quarterback can do and what he can't do. Is he ready now? Can I put him out here
But
and he
here's the
goes
thing,
through this
right?
fire and fail and still be able to bounce back? Some guy, you gotta. That's on the
Right.
coach, I think. Sometimes.
No. A lot of it, and Jaffe, you're 100% correct. A lot of it is on coaching and development and how they and how they are coaching him up when he does go out there
Right.
and shit the bed. You know what I'm saying? How are you
Right.
coaching him up during that week
Yeah.
after that game? You know what I mean? How are you
Yep.
coaching him up in film study? How are you coaching him up
Mhm.
with his mechanics and stuff like that? Like a lot of that had to do with that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we cannot forget playoffs. We're talking playoffs.
Playoffs?
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 I just hope we can win a game. That was that was Peyton Manning's head coach when he made that statement, dog. That was Peyton Manning's head coach.
Playoffs. I'm talking to you about playoffs.
Like we're not gonna forget one of the most memorable motherfucking post-game press conferences ever by a head coach. Playoffs. Playoffs? You kidding me?
Playoffs.
I just hope we can win a game. Hey, that shit was so funny the first time I saw that fucking interview, dog. I laughed so hard when I saw that.
Speaking of backups, I think Malik Willis is ready for the big time.
Hell yeah.
I think it's time to unleash Malik Willis.
Definitely
He's ready.
is. Malik Willis is definitely ready.
I agree to that. He looks
put him
so
in
much.
Atlanta. Put him in Atlanta.
And I think Kyler Murray
he reminds me of Steve McNair, bro. Got a little memory going down memory lane when I see him play. Bro, I thought when he was in Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Like it just like fit, bro. I thought he would be something out there, man, but bad coaching, not enough time, I don't think.
Well, yeah, Mike Vrabel didn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah.
So Malik Willis press forward to get traded to be a number one guy, or is he sit behind Jordan Love again for another
Go
year?
to Vegas?
I thought he was a free agent.
Oh, he's a free agent? Oh, somebody's going to get his ass.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
Yeah, he's going to be a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
Vegas. That'd be nice.
You're not gonna play the tag game with him because if they tag him, like he's gonna get. See, the thing is about when you tag a player, they get the like
they
the
get
fifth,
the position.
Yeah, the positions. So they take the top 5 highest paid at that position, and they give you the median, right? So whatever the median is for those 5 in between, that's
and
what you
nobody
get for
about
1
to
year.
pay a $30 million backup.
Right. Essentially.
Nobody about to get a backup $30 million.
Hey, not somebody, hey, coach, not an organization with good sense.
Yeah. Not one with good sense. Not one with
Yeah,
good
but
sense.
there's always one with bad sense.
If you franchise tag, listen, for you to franchise tag a backup, you have to have probably the most incompetent. You have to have probably the most incompetent front office in history.
Yeah.
For you to franchise tag a backup.
That's for real. That's for real.
Hey, that's a fact, bro. I've never seen it before.
For you to franchise tag a backup, you gotta have the most incompetent front office in history.
Yeah.
I mean,
all that money,
the Falcons had a fucking.
Hey, yo, just think about it.
Hey, backup quarterbacks be getting a lot.
No, just think about it.
Yeah, but not no $30 million, bro.
No, listen.
Not no franchise tag. That's crazy. No, listen. They're going to go off of Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence's contract, Patrick Mahomes' contract, Josh Allen's contract, Joe Burrow's contract. They're going to go over all those top 5 contracts, and then they're going to find it in the middle
We're just going to put them at like $25, $30 million for that season, and this motherfucker might not even touch the field.
Right.
Hey,
That's got to be the dumbest front office in history. That would honestly have to be the dumbest front office in history. Like, for real.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
what, you took $30 million off your cap for a guy to hold a clipboard?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because think about it. Nobody gives a fuck about a backup until you need them. They're just like a kicker, right? They're like a kicker. Nobody gives a fuck about who your kicker is until, the game is on the line and, bitch, you're 52 yards out and you need this motherfucker to make this kick, right? Don't nobody give a fuck about it. But now, all of a sudden, the game on the line, now all of a sudden, everybody give a fuck about him. Nobody gave a fuck who the fuck Malik Willis was until when? Until they said Jordan Love is out. They said Jordan Love is out. Nobody give a fuck about Malik Willis.
No, that's true.
You about to get a king.
I mean, he was cooking last season.
Yeah, I'm about to say last season when
that's why I said he's ready.
Jordan Love got hurt is when I noticed that like he.
No. I'm gonna say as far as the backup period. Like nobody cares
just
who
in
your
general.
backup
I got you.
is.
Okay.
In general, like nobody cares who your backup is until you need him.
Right.
So imagine you paying a motherfucker that nobody really cares about $30 million.
But you got to I understand what you say about Malik Willis, because you got to understand Malik. It's not like Malik Willis was like some second, third, or fourth round draft pick. He was a first round draft pick. He was just drafted to a shitty team.
Wait, was he? No,
he was a
third round.
Hold on.
He was a third round.
No. Malik like a third or fourth rounder.
Yeah, he was a third or fourth
rounder.
I thought he was the first round for Tennessee.
No. Malik got picked. Malik got picked after Kenny Pickett.
Yes, and Pickens got picked late in the first round. Yeah, so,
right.
Okay.
Yeah, Malik Willis got picked after Kenny Pickett. Now, I don't
2
know
rounds
exactly
later.
what round. I don't know if it was second or third, but I know Malik.
It was third. It was third, Coach.
I thought it was third.
It was
Back
third.
when Kenny Pickett used to be good.
What'd you say?
But no. Here's the thing. He was projected to be a first rounder depending on what team needed a quarterback and where they was. He was projected to be a first rounder. Because to be honest with you,
that's
the
how
way
bad
Tomlin,
that quarterback draft was that year.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a horrible quarterback draft.
But the way Tomlin was hyping him up after they interviewed Tomlin after the combine, the way Tomlin was hyping him up.
Yeah, Coach, I thought we was going to draft him.
And how he was all impressed about him. That's why he was projected to go in the first round, because everybody thought he was going to Pittsburgh the way Tomlin was talking about.
Yeah. I thought we was going to draft him.
I have a quick question with y'all with that. Y'all know how the quarterbacks are supposed to come out in the draft this year. It's supposed to be old boy from
yes, sir.
Indiana's supposed to be number 1 quarterback. Moore decided he wanted to go back into the
right.
At Oregon.
Oregon.
How are they gonna find a way? You realize they're gonna find a way in 4 months' time to turn Ty Simpson to a first round draft pick.
Oh yeah.
No, listen.
In fact, they're gonna find a way to make Ty Simpson into a top 3 draft pick.
They're gonna start playing more MSI highlights.
Now listen, check this out. They're gonna try to sell you on that. Now,
exactly.
now listen. If you want to be a Minnesota and bite and get another McCarthy, that's on you. Now,
we're talking about teams like Arizona or something like that.
Nah, but see, here's the thing. When you have a draft such as this, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. And it's nothing factual about it. This is how I feel. When you have a draft class of this caliber, but you have more issues that you have to address on your team, right? If you don't have the weapons for that quarterback or the line to protect that quarterback, you address those other issues. You go get you a bridge quarterback. You address those other issues, and then you spin the block the next